Thank you for coming. I'm Diwakar, manager of Awareness Incubation Council, Hub. Welcome to Startup Saturdays, a forum for innovators, entrepreneurs, investors, and other startup enthusiasts. I see a few new faces. Thank you for coming. This forum is organized by AHUB and its partners. AHUB is an independent Section 8 company constituted within Andhra University. It's initiated by a AHUB has a two-part mission. One, it is a regular incubator with all the usual support services of any incubator. Two, it also leads the institution's Innovation Council of Andhra University. In its second role, AHUB promotes and encourages innovation and entrepreneurship among students and faculty on campus and in the region. Before we begin, I'd like to ask everyone to introduce yourself. Briefly, your name, your affiliation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Raju Sagi. I'm the founder director of Gnana Consulting. I do the coaching, mentoring, and consulting for the startup companies. Thank you all.
Good afternoon. My name is Priya. I'm a content creator and a mentor at an edtech platform.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Abhiram, and I'm a graphic designer and a coding educator and enthusiastic about AI. So that's what the development is.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Dr. Subhash Chandra. I am a surgeon. I have been practicing in Vizag since the last 25 years. Born and brought up in Vizag. I'm a student of Andhra Medical College, and this city is very dear to me. And this university, because I got my first degree from here itself. Now it is NTR Health University, but I got from Andhra University. So that's basic about me. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vasudev Rao. I am working professional. I am from PTA.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shajan. I'm a product designer with Aegeon Dynamic Solutions, and I hold a BFA from Manipal University, Jaipur, and Master of Design from Shirod University. So I am a UX enthusiast and also trying to explore some plethora of subjects of coding.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Apur. Hi everyone, my name is Apur, and I basically work on generative AI models, like by passion. Right now, I'm not professionally affiliated to anything, so just present here for opportunity.
Hi everyone, this is Surya. I don't know what to say about myself. Hi Gurpur. So I've been in this startup ecosystem long back. I mean, of the last 5-6 years I'm off. I have about 20 years of experience on hands technology. I've done my BTech from Triplet Hyderabad, third batch. I've done like 5-6 startups which obviously don't work out. That's why even none of you know me. So from the last 3 years, I'm consulting for a Singapore company as a chief product owner. So I'm thinking to get back to the startup idea. So I'm here now to get some connections. Thank you.
Namaskaram. Hi. I'm Prabhu. Basically, I'm from a HR background. I'm a HR turned entrepreneur. It's been 8+ years my entrepreneurship journey started. So basically, I help students transition from a job seeker to job creator. Thanks so much.
Good afternoon. I am Pujit. I am pursuing my MBA in Andhra University. So I came here to gain some insights about startup ecosystem. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ganesh Palla. I'm CEO of Nexus Hub.
I am Imran from IIM Visakhapatnam and currently interning with I'm Adil Bais from IIM Visakhapatnam. I'm also currently interning with
Hi everyone, my name is Diksha. I am an MBA student at IIM Visakhapatnam and currently interning with ARM.
Hello everyone, I'm Shiv Sheth and I'm an intern at AHUB.
Hi, good afternoon all. This is Malesh. I have a corporate experience of about 13 years, and I have myself started a SaaS startup, particularly addressing the concerns of a retail industry. I look forward to make relations. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Srinivas. I came with one of my friends and that's it.
Just brief introductions about your name and your affiliation.
My name is Satyanarayana, and the good reason why I'm here is my son is going to speak.
Very good reason indeed.
Great reason.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shweta. I am also here to support my husband. I hope you all find this session very meaningful and have good takeaways from this. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Thiru. I run a web development software company. We are incubated at AHA.
Hi, my name is Rajshekar. I have a corporate experience for 8 years. I am into research.
Hello everyone, my name is Sudhir. Let me express my opinion from my side. I am Sudhir. I am pursuing MBA from Science Development. Currently I am doing internship in
Hi, my name is Krishna. I'm one of the startup founders in AHUB. Our company is Asian Dynamic. We do a lot of different things.
Anybody get there? Yeah, he did.
Hi all, I'm Ram Vadlamani, formerly Times of India. I'm to media, very, very long innings, almost 35 years. Recently I started a startup called The Daily Group. There are a lot of hyper-local digital daily papers are being launched. In fact, I already launched Tirupati Daily, and very soon a few more will be added. Thank you.
Thank you all. A very warm welcome to all the speakers, guests and attendees. Thank you for joining us today. So we have a very tight session today, but we're also a little relaxed today because it's summertime and everybody is engaged in eating mangoes. So we have fewer people than normal. So thank you all for coming. This forum's purpose is to establish and build an integrated ecosystem with a variety of supports for entrepreneurs. It is open to everyone and we hope you all take full advantage of it by participating and contributing. If you are wondering what can and does happen in these sessions, here is a brief outline. Pitching your startup. Those of you who haven't pitched, you should consider it. We have a slot for you to pitch your company. Regardless of the stage you're at, it is always good to be practicing your pitch, repeatedly selling yourself and your company, of course, in appropriate occasions. Then this is one. Idea pitches. Slots for ideas are always available. You have an idea, please go ahead and share it. It can only get better. Technical talk. Each session has a different topic, bringing in experts, sharing their expertise and experience. So we all can benefit from it. At the end, we have an open mic session. If someone feels inspired and wants to share an idea, this is the place to share and get some feedback. Any thoughts are also welcome. We put in the effort to organize these sessions and we are having fun doing it. The more you engage, the more you derive. So please engage in any which way you want or you can. Before we begin, here are a few basic rules of the meeting. Kindly put your mobile phones on silent mode. Please refrain from entering or exiting the session while the speaker is delivering their presentation. Please wait until the speaker concludes their session. Please refrain from crosstalk or side conversations. It is distracting. We run a tight program. Kindly note that a pitch is allowed a maximum time of 10 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes to present and 3 to 4 minutes for question and answers. We kindly ask all presenters to adhere to the allotted time to ensure a smooth flow of the event. We request the audience to reserve your questions for the designated Q&A period. So we have a pitch today that signed up last minute. I thought we didn't have any pitches and we'll have the entire session for technical talk and open group discussion. So, but we are delighted to invite we're delighted to invite Dr. I'm sorry, I just met you.
Subhash Chandra.
Subhash Chandra. Dr. Subhash Chandra. He's going to pitch his company, and he's already currently incubated at ANPZ. So he'll introduce himself. Please come on here and you can pitch. Your presentation is up here. Yeah, connected. So how many startup founders here? Okay. Students? Okay, so the rest of them are general enthusiasts.
Hello, good afternoon to everybody. I am Dr. Subhash Chandra. I am born and brought up in Vizag, and I am a student of Andhra Medical College, and Andhra University gave me my first degree. So I am very much attached to this place. After being in practice for so long, I thought that we should do something to give back to the medical sciences. And medical science, as you know, is growing very fast. The most happening thing now is stem cells. So I got interested in stem cells, and common problem is knee osteoarthritis. There are many people are suffering from knee joint pains, and they're suffering to such an extent that their mobility is affected, and the chronic pain won't go away. So what is the current treatment? They go to the surgeon and he removes the whole joint, cuts off the joint and put steel prosthesis. So it's like over treatment for a thing disease, because if you have a chronic headache, you don't cut off the head. So this is a very wrong step which you are doing, and all over the world, in all the 5 continents, a lot of research is going on, and people are racing to get to the thing product. And in India, we are one of the startups who's going ahead with this, and we are quite sure we can make it. The next 2 years we'll be ready with the product. That's what we are expecting. I just wanted to share that idea. Unfortunately, the PowerPoint's not working. Otherwise, I could explain better. So instead of using the steel prosthesis, what are the disadvantages of steel prosthesis? I told you, first thing is it removes the whole joint, and for the rest of his life, that man is hanging with the 2 bones are hanging far apart, and they're connected by steel rod and the component below. So second thing is, after having done 2 million such prostheses in America, they had a conference and they found that most of them are requiring redo surgeries. They are having problems. And now they also find that the metal of the joints starts leaking after some time, and the ions go into the kidneys and the liver and they cause damage to it. But most important thing is, it is not a good procedure for those who want to have an active life, like you want to play football, or you want to kneel down to pray, or you want to squat on the floor. You can't do it because the knee joint won't allow you. And active people will have problems. The joint will slip. Unnatural bone will break the thing because of the steel rod. So all said and done, this is a wrong procedure for a disease, and lot of it is going on everywhere, all over the world. Lot of the 250 million were done all over the world. So you can imagine the number of knee joints being done. And the insurance companies are allowed to pay, but we are going to say that this is not a good procedure. We go for the cartilage regeneration. The cost of cartilage regeneration is $40,000 if it comes into the US now, which is very high. So insurance company says you go for the 20,000 steel joint. But ultimately, the patient has to choose what he wants. So how we do it is, we have formulated a gel, which is a mixture of 3 components, and to that we get stem cells, add those stem cells, and we feed the patient's MRI reports in the computer, and we get a 3D printer to do the printing exactly the size and shape of what is the defect. And this we place it into the knee joint. So there will be patches about 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, up to 4 centimeters, maybe 1, maybe multiple. All these can be printed by the 3D computer and fix it there. How we fix it? We use ultraviolet rays to make it smooth and get stuck to it. Now these living chondrocytes are living stem cells. So they will grow, they will continue to grow lifelong, and they will give a healthy joint. So this is the thing which is the most natural way to treat it. So we are planning to do this, and we are quite sure we can make it. For animal trials we are starting, and then we will be going for the with permission for the human trials. That is the only roadblock, that we have to get our data. So I wanted to share that. This is in brief about us. If there are any questions, maybe later on the questions and answers are. Anybody has any questions, I will be ready to take. Yes.
Dr. Saab, very amazing to listen to your idea. It's great, sir. My only one thing is, the technology, the strategy, what you are using, genetic nature, all the things, pushing in the locations. Has this sort of a technology approach has been used for any other treatment other than the knee joint? My question here is, it's an innovation, what you're doing, no doubt. But this sort of a approach I'm talking about, is it proven, sir, or are you doing for the first time? Otherwise, it's an amazing plan. And so, interesting idea. That's a small question.
Very good question, actually.
Who do this engineering, but in a human body you are doing this is really great stuff.
Actually, this is being done only in small bits in here and there in places. But this is the future. Because about 10 years back we discovered that nature is much more greater than what we think. We thought we know. At the tip of the heart, they call apex, there is a bunch of stem cells of the heart, which can be used to regenerate. After the heart attack, the muscle is damaged, you can't grow it. So we can use this, nature is provided. In the bones, in the slides, all the pictures there, the bones at all the ends, growing ends, they are stem cells of the bone. Osteoblasts are there, you can use for growing bone. Then the cartilage which is damaged, They are chondrocytes out there. Nature has provided their living cells multiplying ready to be used and harvested. We didn't know all this. So in every organ, in the liver, there are islands of stem cells belonging to the liver. Of course, what we started doing 10, 15 years ago, umbilical cord, newborns, we're taking them and freezing them, use those stem cells later when the child has any problem. But those are very, very primitive cells. They'll take long time to come to the cartilage. Suppose I want cartilage, direct cartilage multiplying cell, that is good. Suppose heart muscle, I want heart muscle, it's available, it's there. But I harvest it. So what we are going to do is, now the question was reaction. I can't put one man's cells into another man's cells, that gives trouble. So what we are doing now, what we are doing now is the same patient. You put arthroscope, take up stem cell. I can do it from this better then. Huh? Okay, so thank you. This is the reason they fail. This is the reason the steel joint fails. These are all the thing problems. Infection and slipping and all of this. Okay. So this is what basically we want to do. We are saying what they are putting the steel rod. See, forever the two ends of the bone are hanging far away. They are destroying them. They are putting steel plates there. These won't last for long. They will slip. They will give trouble. It's wrong. You're cutting off the head for a headache. It's wrong. What we are going to do is that green technology, the stem cells and cartilage. See, this is the picture of osteoarthritis. You see those small islands, those are the ones that are damaged. For that, you want to cut off the whole joint up and down 2 centimeters, is not correct. We will repair those things only. How will you go? Just briefly, I'll show you how we'll do it. See, this is the damaged cartilage. This is what we want to repair this. So we take it from here. Now you may say, why remove it from? Because this doesn't touch the bone. It's a condyle. Nature has made it such that this doesn't touch the bone. Even remove it is not going to hurt. So we take from here chondrocytes, synthesize in our lab, add it to the gel, put it in the bioprinter. We have a 3D bioprinter. We have bio ink. With that bio ink, we can print it exactly the shape and fill it in this. And put ultraviolet laser and seal it. And that's done. The joint is permanent. So that's the concept we are having. This is our 3D bioprinter, which is available in the lab, donated by somebody. This is the animals we are using the cartilage trial. This is the bioreactor. This is also an expensive equipment. So, question is, can stem cells solve the problem? The answer is a big yes. Because we were ignorant till all these days, now the knowledge is coming to us. See, this is not my diagram, the scientifically proven diagram. You are asking about stem cells, sir. This is see. Here in the bone, osteoblast, these stem cells required for bone, they are available. We put in an arthroscope, tap these cells and take it. This is the cartilage which is damaged. In this, there are chondrocytes. Nature has given these progenitor cells are also chondrocytes. We take up these chondrocytes, grow them, add it to our gel, do 3D bioprinting and place it here. So nature has given all of them. And so stem cells is the answer. The proof is that it is there already, nature provided it. So we have to believe it. So when I go to pitch, everybody talks money. This is something we doctors don't understand much, how to present the money. So they ask me, is there a market? Is it growing? Can I get back my money? Can you? So those questions I had to research a lot and finally I got the answers to it. So what happened is, so you see this 250,000 knee joints were done last year in the USA. And in India, 150, India curve is younger people with lot of fat weight and bellies. They are going to require more surgeries. So 150 million as of estimate. See, we don't have statistics very good in India, but reasonable estimate. 150 million people are suffering. Out of it, 40 million are going to require knee joint replacement. They will all go to the surgeon, cut off the joint, get steel rod. 2 to 3 years, they'll be happy. But that's not going to solve the problem. So there is a market. We have to tap it. So how it's growing? So I went to the world statistics. It is growing at a rate of 5% CAGR. So there is a market and it's growing. So the man who's investing money is ready because he's sure that there's a market. But will be able to capture that? He asked me next. How are we going to capture? How are you sure? So the thing is, I told him the reason for that is, The reason for that is there was a study done in 2014 in the USA. It was presented in the Orthopedic Surgeons Association, and they have found 10 million people who have undergone, 2 million people who have undergone surgery in the last 10 years. They got the data. The slide is missing, I think, right? The slide must be here. So what happened in the data is, out of the 2 million people who did it, the people coming back for resurgery is gone up 188%. So ultimately people will come to know that this is not good, the steel joint is not good, and they will come for this. The question comes is $20,000 versus $40,000. Which one to go? Now it's your body, you have to decide. But right now the insurance companies are trying to get into agreement with themselves and with the hospitals that we will, part of it will pay, part of it the patient will have to pay. The technology is likely to break through in the next 1.5 years in the US. We are a little behind. We are hoping 2 to 2.5 years we may come out in India with the product. But for that we are still struggling now. Finances are a problem. To convince an investor to invest now is a little difficult for me because I am at the startup stage. But I'm quite confident we'll find a way out. So this is basically my thing. And if there are any more questions, I'd be happy to take them.
Devakar garu, how much time is there?
You can go for one more question. It was my fault that you think
No, I have quite a few questions, so I'll probably ask you after.
Is it going to be a conversation?
No, it's a long conversation.
Then we should take it after.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest, but if you have a question, we can take it.
No, yeah, because I have quite a few questions on this because it's something like, yeah, anyway. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's available here and he's
Is somebody there? Yes, sir. So, is this procedure or treatment applicable for fractures as well?
Yeah, that's a good question. See, now what the future prediction is, we go for cartilage now. Next, we will get the osteoblast from the bone also, we do it there. Next, we go muscle. Next, we go to nerves and also arteries. Then we go spinal cord and neural tissue. Once this becomes successful, the next 5 to 10 years, we will be able to regenerate all organs. That is the projection. It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry. So a lot of people are fighting over it, but the Indian government is sleeping on it. I got the idea, so I'm trying at my level. I'm approaching Ministry of Health. There is some inputs from them, but they're a little hesitant, because I'm new to the project. But it is going to happen. All organs will be regenerated rather than destroyed. I can show you one more slide which is there. This is the slide I'm talking about. Suppose the kidney is damaged in an accident or stab injury or thing. Just remove the kidney and come out. That's not going to happen. What they will do is, we'll regenerate the dead part. We have to take an MRI picture first, regenerate the dead part, and then put it here with the gel, adequate gel, and this will grow back. So also with the heart attack. Once the muscle is dead, we tap the stem cells, we grow it again with the gel, and we put it. So ultimately bone, and in fact all organs it can be done. Good question.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Last question. Because of the gel only, I'm little concerned.
Yeah, we are already at 4:33. Let's carry that. Sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And my apologies for my computer. It decided to restart. It said I have to update and restart, otherwise it didn't connect to the computer. We have a full house today. A lot of young folks popped in from the same college, or where are you all from? Kalam Labs. Okay, where's your guru? Guru is upstairs. Ah, there. I didn't see you walk in. I saw you at the door. Well, a lot of young innovators, and this is a good session with Mr. Ajay Manchukonda. So we are looking forward to this networking thing. So thank you all for coming, and with no further ado, let's welcome Mr. Ajay. We are looking forward to your session. have some videos. Use this or you can use the
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All awake? All okay? So firstly, a quick disclaimer. I'm not a lecturer. I don't give speeches. I'm not good at speeches, honestly speaking. I'm just here to share my experiences and my journey from what I learned about network. That's the only thing. So moving on. Anybody heard of Tim Sanders? Quick raise of hands. So Tim Sanders is a consultant of many Fortune 500 companies and a best-selling author. And this is very popular saying, your network is your net worth. And I honestly believe in this statement. A quick show of hands, how many people believe in this? Oh, that's a very nice thing. Okay. How many of you find it scary, the word networking? Or are all of you comfortable with networking? Everybody comfortable with networking here? Right. So we have 5 people who are a little scary about the word networking, right? And how many of you feel these are just theories and not true? So either extreme end, scared of networking, or you do believe this is possible, right? Yes? Guys, and I want it to be as interactive as possible. As I mentioned, I'm not a lecturer. So please stop me, interrupt me, you have a question, you're welcome to ask me the question. And that's how I like to take it forward. So, to start off with, a couple of years ago, opportunity simply falling into my lap in a way that continues to baffle myself, my family and friends, and earn me the reputation of a rather very hard worker or just lucky. What I would like to share today is that networking has been the single greatest contributor to my good luck and my smart work, which is usually confused as hard work. Random chances or luck does play a role, but in order to be at the right place at the right time, you have to be out there to be found. I've made some really meaningful relationships and friendships with no intentions in my journey, and that has helped me to be where I am today. My early life, just a quick background. I hail from the Manchukona Mangalagiri family. My name is synonymous to Vizag for more than a century. Any old Vizagites here, 30, 40 years old. So I'm sure Ram Garu knows the Manchukona Mangalagiri family quite well. And yes, we had all the natives who know as well. So I had a very sorted life back in the day. I'm talking about 25, 30 years ago when I was back in school as well. Very sorted life. When I say sorted, I mean popular at school, excelled at sports, athletics, decent performance studies, 80% in ICSE. Just basically enough for the teachers not to complain about me and my girlfriends and my misbehavior, that's all. I grew up with my grandparents, and let me tell you, I was a pampered child. And grew up with absolutely no learning the value of money. Anybody here who grew up with no value of learning of value for money? Or all of you all grew up with absolute value for money, and from day one you had to save money? Thank you, Apu. Something to resonate with me. So I went to Australia when I was 18 years old to pursue my Bachelor's of Computer Science and Networking, and definitely learned a lot in the 6 years I was there. Maturity, self-confidence, dignity of labor, and definitely the value of money, just to name it. Those are my university days. And I had to come back from there for family reasons, but I have no regrets because I always knew I was going to come back to India, and more importantly, come back to my city, the city of destiny, to Vizag. I only went there to gain some exposure, to understand how other countries work and function, and how their economy in general, how things work. How do people play cricket there? How do people have fun? So back, I'm talking about 25 years back, most people don't have the exposure to Google and online to see how things happen there, right? That was my biggest curiosity. How do things happen there? Just for that reason I went. And yes, as I mentioned, I came back. I was more than happy to come back. Growing up with my grandfather, late Sri Mangalagiri Sudarshan Swami, was a very successful businessman back in his prime days, and someone who really inspired me. I joined my family business in 2019, which was established in 1954 by him, 70 years ago. The great man established it 70 years ago. Only later, I realized that this was no longer a thriving business, and my entire family was not in a comfortable position financially, I would say. I wouldn't say in a bad position, but not in the position I anticipated to be the ways I was growing up with. And soon I also realized I need to get out of there, get out of my comfort zone, get out there to get more business. And to survive, I have to work hard and have to make money slowly and eventually make it big. Because back in Australia, when you're 20 years old, you already have big dreams, right? How many startups here started 20 and have big dreams? There you go. Thank you. Same way, 20 years old, come from a decent family background in Australia. I had big dreams. I thought, let's make it big, easy. Come back to Vizag, come back to business, come back to reality. That's where reality kicked in. But more importantly, what this kind of made it is, it became like a startup. The only issue was the fact that the startup didn't have a big idea, didn't have a vision, and no funding. Is it going to work? Exactly my point. All your startups must have some vision and some funding or some big idea. That's why you come into startups, right? So I was just taking over a business that had a good family name, but absolutely no vision, no idea, and no funding at all. Anyways, my only big idea was the day I wanted to be a successful entrepreneur. I said, no, whatever happens, I want to be a big successful entrepreneur. And having said that, one day I come to my wife and tell her, right here, thank you so much for coming here. I tell her, today I decided I want my name to be associated with my business. Ajay should mean glass, and glass is Ajay. Small or big the requirement, my friends or anybody who knew me, they should think of me when they require glass or think of glass. And that was my first move into glass. And I said, whatever it is, I get into that. Moving on. Here comes the moment that led to my future, led to all my future life-changing moments. So one moment I started with about 10 years ago, and one person who's seen me there, Ram Garu, 10 years back, and very soon after that, Satish. Both of them are here. A very pleasant surprise to see both your faces here. Some familiar face for me as well. But yes, so back in the day, 6 months into the business and working hard, a friend of mine invited to an early morning meeting, 7:30 a.m. Yes, I had to recheck with him, call him again and say, is the gathering in the meeting 7:30 a.m. or p.m.? Am I audible, everyone? Yes. Yes, and I got to know it's a 7:30 morning meeting. I was not a very morning person, not at 26 years old. And it took me great difficulty and a lot of alarms to wake up and go to the meeting. Absolutely. That was my first time I heard of Business Network International. Who here is familiar with Business Network International? Good. So more importantly, most of you don't know. That's the most important part. Thank you for that. Just to give you a brief, BNI is the world's largest networking organization where ambitious entrepreneurs meet once a week. That's right, once a week, every morning, once a week at 7:30 a.m. And where they introduce themselves and ask for business connections they're looking for. Very soon I realized that this was the easiest and fastest way to grow my business in my retail industry. I became super active, took up some head table roles, and became very visible. And soon got some members' first choice for referring of business, right? So obviously it's an organization where you refer each other for business. So me being super active there and taking up all the roles, I was always there, always present. People were more than happy to give me business. Sorry.
You might want to describe a little more about BNI. Many people don't know what that is and what it's for.
Okay, so just to give you a brief again, international organization started about 40 years ago back in the US, and it's there all over the world. Today I think about 90,000 members all over the world. It's only for entrepreneurs. You have to have a business to be a part of that. So you join the organization, you go once a week. So, but any 3 weeks in a row you miss. So any three meetings you miss in 6 months, you're out. That's how strict the attendance is. I repeat again, in 6 months period you miss 3 meetings, the 4th meeting you're out. That's how strict it is, but that's what helped the BNI platform grow. They wanted serious entrepreneurs. There would be small, big, medium, it doesn't matter. They genuinely wanted serious entrepreneurs to come on board, meet week on week, share their stories, and exchange business. So that's the brief about BNI for you. So moving on. Let's fast forward 5 years from there, which basically means I was 6 years into networking and 6 years into BNI. During these 6 years, I not only got the confidence to start a glass factory, but I also made great friends. I didn't know it back then, but some of them would become my business partners as well. Soon, more opportunities came by, and I got a chance to take up a franchise of another networking organization called Corporate Connections. The opportunity was to start and build chapters of groups across cities in Andhra and Telangana. And yes, I did jump on board and say, I'm ready for it, let's do it. That was just the aggressive me back then. So before I take you guys to the next phase of my journey, let me show you a small video. Who knows Simon Sinek? Great. Just a 90-second video.
How do you establish trust and building relationships?
Trust is the result of something. You can't tell people, trust me. Trust cannot be formed over, just as you can't go on one date if you want to marry someone. I mean, it doesn't, you know, you might have lust. you know, but there's no real trust. The best definition of love I ever heard is that you can give someone the power to destroy you and trust that they don't use it. You know, and that's kind of what trust is. It's this deep love, and it comes over time, and it comes from taking lots of little risks. You know, exposing yourself to more danger, making yourself feel more vulnerable, sharing something personal, putting yourself in a position where you have to turn your back and hope somebody won't stab you or steal your stuff. I mean, this is what trust is. It is the result of you making someone feel safe and then making you feel safe. And it's that dance, you know, that's what it can't be one-sided, you know. And it's, again, it's like dating, it's like getting to know someone, it's like making friends. It does not happen overnight. And it's a dance of give and take, give and take, give and take, give and take. And when you feel that that person will make you feel safe, emerge. It's not an app, it's not a switch, it's not something you turn on. It's something that evolves. You start to feel it. And then one morning you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I totally trust that person. You're not sure exactly what happened to get you there, but you got yourself there.
Any quick takeaways in that video? So one thing for me, takeaways, he says lust is easy, not trust. Trust is like dating. You got to go on and on. You got to believe in that person. You got to put yourself on the spot. Let them reciprocate and see how they reciprocate to build that trust. Right? You all believe in that? All accept that? Great. So just like how he said, right? There are two kinds of networking: transactional and transformational. And just like Simon put in a very nice way, trust comes over time and comes with taking a lot of risks. This is something I truly believed in. But on the flip side, back in the day when I was making friends, I made friends with no hidden intentions and no reasons. Friends just to make friends, just for friendship, just to have fun, just to bond. But 6-7 years down the line, I realized that was the biggest turning point, because all the relationships I built actually translated into business opportunities and my life-changing decisions. Let it be friends wanting to become partners with me, or just trusting me when I asked them to invest with me, or the CC franchise I got, which I spoke about. It was a result of transformational networking. Today, networking is probably gone a little bad when people use it to make only transactional decisions. But on the longer run, the bigger picture is it's transformational. Make the right connections, build the right relationships, and it can absolutely be transformational in your personal lives and your business lives as well. So what comes next is the moment that absolutely changed my life. But even I didn't know it back then. I'm talking about 3 years back. What is Corporate Connections? Anybody heard of the organization? It's a 20-year-old organization from Canada. Great. So 90% don't know. It's even better for me. So let me say this. Corporate Connections, or CC, is a global platform for curated extraordinary experiences and peer-to-peer learning among thought leaders. Yes, the idea was to confuse you as much as possible. Let me explain. Take a small room. Take a small room with round tables with 20 successful entrepreneurs, with each of their turnovers being anywhere from 100 crores to 5,000 crores. I repeat, from 100 crore annual turnover to 5,000 crore turnover. Imagine the topics of discussion. Imagine getting to know their growth journeys, and imagine them sharing their life experiences. That's the curated group of people we bring together and get them to meet 20 times in a year in Corporate Connections. To add on, we have international speaker sessions and cross-chapter meetings with other CC chapters within India and abroad. There's a lot more, but let's leave it at that. I have to accept, back in 2022, it was a Herculean task to actually start the first chapter of Corporate Connections. I had to put a lot of time, and I had to go way out of my comfort zone to meet new people, and had to be persuasive, but not pushy. People hate being pushy, right? But if I had to get the job done, you have to be persuasive. And why have to be persuasive? To get them to sign up and give their valuable time for this network, Corporate Connections. Not to mention, it was about 6 lakhs per annum to join the group. So not everybody can afford it easily. But a 100 crore guy, probably peanuts for him, right? That's the idea back when I want to start this. A lot of people ridiculed and laughed at my idea of a chapter being formed in a tier 2 city like Vizag, where they felt everyone knows everyone, or everybody knows everybody. Have you guys heard this? Me being in Vizag for last, I was born except for 6 years gap, most common thing in a tier 2 city or Vizag I can say is, we all know everybody here. Have you guys heard that? Your daily lives, businesses, schools, wherever, colleges. But for me personally, this was what I wanted to break. This myth is what I wanted to break, to prove a point to these people networking and its importance even to the highly successful businessman. Today I'm proud to say that I have one active chapter in Vizag, 3 active chapters in Hyderabad, and one coming up soon in Vijayawada, with a current strength of 80 members in AP and Telangana, and hoping to hit the 125 mark by the year end. Before I move on, so it's been so my journey had, as I mentioned, I started with BNI 10 years ago, and last 3 years of corporate connections. These are my key takeaways from my last 10 years of networking. I always believe in the saying, if you want to become a lion, roam with the pride of lions. So firstly, that's exactly the opportunity I got. I got a chance to interact with these highly successful people, become friends with them, learn from them, more importantly, become ambitious like them. Second, I get to connect with these people, I get to connect these people to a lot of my friends and other business associates who actually want to get business from these members, right? Because they are talking about high-profile businessmen. But my other networks not necessarily have these kind of network individuals. So these guys would love to connect with my CC members, and business was exchanged in a very nice way because of me being in the picture. Thirdly, I got about 8 franchise opportunities through this network, and actually partnered with 3 of them in completely different verticals. Nothing to do with my glass business, nothing to do with my traditional business. In fact, I come from the 100-year whole tradition of gold business, in fact. So it was neither gold nor glass, completely new verticals. I partnered with 3 of them, and we actually started that in the last 2-3 years. Fourth, I get to act like a bridge between my CC members and members around the globe and help them with a lot of high-level business collaborations. Doing so helps me gain a lot of respect in their eyes, as they truly believe that I am the reason the collaboration happened. Last but not the least, not only did I witness the success of networking, I was also invited today to speak about it to all your dynamic entrepreneurs here, students here, and it's a very proud moment for me. Why is it proud for me? Because it's the first step of my dream coming true. I've always wanted to help and guide entrepreneurs to succeed and mentor them. And this, I believe, this speech here, this session here, is the stepping stone for that large dream to come true. Thank you so much, Diwakar, for giving me the opportunity. So guys, enough of me, my journey and my business. I think you guys are all bored before it gets even worse. Let's get into startups. Let's come to the startup ecosystem. For what you've heard, what do you think attending networking events in AHUB or other places are? Do you think it's going to be helping the startups by attending any of these networking sessions? Do you guys want to throw in some ideas? Like, would I just say a quick word on what you feel is going to be helpful for startups who coming to networking sessions like this?
Yeah, we'll get to understand like how market dynamics is happening and like how whether they could be able to validate their idea, whether they're traveling on the right path or not. They could be able to engage with you, interacting with people about throwing about their idea and all.
Throwing ideas, market dynamics, understanding this right way. Anybody else? Since you have a lot of startup founders here as well.
There could be probability of collaborations and which could help the society as well.
Collaborations. Anyone else? Any students? Sorry, please go on.
Yeah. So one thing is when you're doing like a startup, right? As a founder, you're sometimes alone. Doing things is hard. And I've met communities and groups where, like other people understood what I was going through, because even if it's not the same thing, they kind of got it because they had like at least 30% of the same problems. So it's something where you find like-minded people and you can make friends.
Shoulder to cry on.
Shoulder to cry on, it seems. Well, I didn't cry, but it was definitely fun partying with them. So.
Literally, I didn't. It's also fun to know their journeys and their pitfalls and things like that, right?
Yeah, you learn a lot from everybody around you.
Absolutely.
Your pitch gets better.
I'm sorry?
Your pitch gets better.
Pitch gets better, very nice, yes. You get to see so many pitches, you rather better your pitch if you have to stand out there in front of everybody else.
You actually can think from different versions whenever you're sharing your journey.
Nice.
And it's kind of to be like, you can get more insights from different players. You get to learn from different perspectives.
Very nice, thank you so much. Any student? Sir, please, go ahead.
On the networking, I want to share my experience in one single line. All the years, you have a big network of friends, relatives, whatever it is, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You do a lot of work for them, you do a lot of service for them. But the networking is such a tricky thing. One find a 20, 30 years, you find such a long network. No one is helping me. What is this nonsense? Is it God bad with me? You get frustrated. One find after the frustration, one person meets you in 101st network. This person, say fellow, at the end of the day, you hardly know him for 2-3 days. That person can transform your life.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it is. Trust me, after 30 years, in the last 3 years, people who made transformation to me is a network I got in the last just 2-3 years. So, what is the power of a network? No frustrations. You need to have network 10, 20, 30, 40, and number of times. Please have network. It's an infinite effort. Thank you, sir, for the inspiration today about the network. I'm really impressed.
A big round of applause for him, please. A mentor, talent mentor sitting here and giving us this words of something amazing for us. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for all your inputs. Time is pressing, so I'd like to move a little faster. But I think you guys pretty much spoke everything. It's probably waste, but I just want to finish off my slides. Or rather just summarize and sum it up, right? For the students who probably didn't hear everything, maybe we can just summarize it. So do we all see this? Finding potential investors? One of the biggest benefits I see, and I believe in, you go to various startups and events, and you never know who might be interested in your new age ideas. These connections you make can open new doors to business opportunities and provide funding to take your business to the next level as well. Building relationships with industry experts. You get to be industry experts who have a wealth of knowledge, experience, and expertise. By connecting with them, you can gain valuable insights into your industry, stay tuned with current trends, and probably form strategic alliances that can help you grow faster. Learning from others' experience is what I was talking about. Don't repeat the same mistakes. You're a startup, but today you have an ecosystem where you can actually go meet others, learn from them, get to hear and share their experiences, and make sure you go over that and don't repeat the same mistakes. Establishing a support system. Like, I'm sorry, your name?
My name is Shajan.
Shajan. Yeah. Like Shajan said, you may like a lot. You actually meet a lot of like-minded individuals, and you might join you to collaborate. And you never know how collaborations can work and what big idea you guys can come together by collaborating. Receiving mentorship, like Mr. Mentor here. Mental support and guidance, I believe, is very important to the entrepreneurial journey. You may have a chance to meet a great mentor who is ready to not only share his experience, but to guide and mentor you on a regular basis. That moral support and strength you get with this is absolutely invaluable. And last, probably the most important thing, new ideas and inspiration. You go to these startup networks, right? You find all new ideas coming up. Don't you feel like, oh my God, I'm 2 years old, I should probably get to the current thing? Or maybe collaborate with them, probably learn new things? Do a few of you all feel like that? Right? I can see a few heads now, but nobody's saying yes. I think they're either tired or bored. But either ways, yes, I get the point. Meeting new people from diverse backgrounds and understanding latest industry trends may very well lead to new inspired ideas. Discover new perspectives and learn new approaches that can help you gain valuable insights. Let me play a short 50-second video to show you a different take on networking.
Years down the line, definitely, like if you talk about it from a business perspective, I want to be like, I want our company and the family to be one of the largest steel makers in India. Of course, we want to be as big as Tata Steel, or want to be a force to be reckoned with. And I think we can be a recognized name. That's what the second engine is for. We're not here to keep the status. Everyone in our particular industry should know. At least be good at what we do.
Okay, the video is stuck, but let me give you a quick brief. Bonsi is a very successful second generation entrepreneur. He comes from a family of Simadri TMT, a large steel manufacturer, and probably valued about 3,000 crores. So someone like him can just sit and enjoy his family's wealth. Yet at the age of 30, he joined the networking organization, as I mentioned, called Corporate Connections. He's a close friend of mine today and joined a year and a half back in Hyderabad. And why he joined is to learn two things. One is to actually get inspired by successful entrepreneurs, because keep in mind, he's second generation entrepreneur. He hasn't really done something to break the ice, but other people in the room are for first generation who actually did great things to come to where they are today. Secondly, he wants to learn how to take his business leaps and bounds forward to become a big brand across India. So you see, networking is not just for smaller retail businesses or startups. It does help big businesses grow bigger as well. And now that I've done with my journey, what you heard about, hope, as I mentioned, not too bored, and I'm sure you've seen the benefits of attending networking sessions and all of them giving the insights. So I like a small activity. I know actually I was planning for roundtable discussions. I didn't expect a theatre style, that's my bad. But I do have a small activity for 10 minutes where I need a little bit of a cooperation. I need people to stand up, move around, stand. Are you guys okay with that? Because doing that will give you a small taste of what networking is. And I believe it's going to be impactful, because I've done this session, different questions obviously for Corporate Connections members in the last 3 years in about 5 different cities, and even 1,000 crore guy found value in those discussions. So would you like to move around a bit? Great. So can I please break up the groups, please? Any student with your friend, please break up. And please stand up first. So I want groups of 6. Groups of 6. I know it's a little uncomfortable, but if you just support it, it will be great. So any group of 6 will be actually talking to each other and discussing with each other. And don't sit with familiar faces. If you're a friend, don't be in the same group. If 2 friends have no choice but to be in the group, don't be sitting beside each other at least. Where are you? Guys, students at the back, I expect you all to move first. Guys, quickly, we'll be done in the next 10 minutes. Please don't mind. But I can assure it's going to be a useful and exciting activity if done well. So if you guys would like to quickly settle down, shuffle around, sit down in groups of 6. Guys, I hope all your groups are ready. If I can have one from the group to be a leader / moderator. Nothing much to do, just a name. If I can get one from every 6, just come forward. One from every 6. There are about 16 people here, so I'm expecting about 10 groups, so about 6, sorry, about 10 people should be here. So just come forward. One in every 6, please come forward. You can just quickly collect your pen and your notepad. Guys, I expect 10 people to be here. I can only see 2. Akshay, please come in. You should be one more group, then you'll be moderator for that group. Apur, the same group as well?
Yeah, with Krishna. Yeah.
I see all the energetic guys in one group. I'm a little worried about that group. All set? Guys, I want you to be please seated. The 15-minute session is going to be done after you. Welcome to network, welcome to talk, welcome to go outside, have some coffee, it's all fine. But for the next 10 minutes, request your attention, please. Guys, excuse me. Please have a seat. Everyone, please have a seat. Wherever you are, please have a seat, and we'll split you up into sixes, just like that. Okay, so you're a bunch of 6. 7. So 6 of y'all, can you be the moderator? Anybody, any of y'all, please. It's a very simple task, you don't have to do much, just very simple. Right? This group here? You guys have moderator? Who's the moderator here?
Me.
This gentleman.
Please take a book, a notepad and a pen, please.
You six are one group, okay? And he's the moderator.
Guys, 1 minute point will start. Just a 10-minute quick activity. So, a few familiar faces in your group, or all known people around you? Known people. One known is fine, but mostly it should be little different faces, right? Because you see the same faces every day. Why I can see this in the next 10 minutes also, right? All right. Just 5 quick points. As I mentioned, it's supposed to be a roundtable discussion. That's why we name it this in Corporate Connections. Sorry for that. But either ways, all of you are a group of 6 or 7 people. Just to give you a brief, pick a moderator, which most of you all have picked. If not, please quickly raise your hands. Otherwise, the activity is not going to go forward for your group. And you've got to pick a topic. What the topic is, we're going to display in the next slide. So each person in the group, right? So 6 of you all. Whoever it is, the moderator moderates the meeting. So it says, okay, you speak first, you go on like that. It's just moderating the meeting, nothing more than that. And each person gets to share 2 minutes about their experience on the topic. There's 2 questions, you get to pick either one of them. And for either of the question, each of you all can speak for 2 minutes only. And the moderator can quickly keep the time as well. So since time is pressing, not more than 2 minutes. And at the end of the round, you get 1 minute time to speak about what you liked about the discussion. So you might like his discussion, she might like her discussion. It doesn't matter what it is, right? But what is your takeaway from that discussion that happened in the last 10 minutes? And to the end, each moderator to sum up in 1 minute the basic takeaways from the group or what was insightful or valuable for them as a moderator. All good? Yes. So whole thing should not take more than 10 to 12 minutes. So I'll give time. It's 5:05 now. By 5:15, I'll give a call. 5:20 max, we'll wrap up. So these are the 2 questions. A skill you would like to learn or recently developed, or a roadblock you recently had and how you overcame it. Clear? Any questions? 2 very simple questions. A skill you would like to learn or recently developed, or a roadblock you recently had and how you overcame it. This could be in college, this could be in your company, it could be in your personal life, anything. Whatever you'd like to share with your group about any of these things. Your skill could be you suddenly became a cricket champion over the last 1 year, I don't know. Any of the skills. Or you could be a big coder, or you could be getting the start of fraternity. So guys, everybody please talk for 2 minutes each and give your brief. Only one question, either of the questions, not both. Guys, 2 minutes almost up. This is the first speaker to finish up. That's 2 minutes. Next speaker, please.
Just One of those and there are political organizations, having a lot of background, but everybody can be part of it. Videos, mind mapping. Useful for
They like just a video.
Only three of you, so I can be done. Only three of you.
Please. No problem.
It's okay. Anything in
responsibilities and burdens on my head still not letting that affect my character. I still not get a grip over it. I'm still working hard to achieve that.
Guys, 4 minutes up. Next speaker, please. There's a bunch of students at the back. I hope you guys are not same college.
Yes, my father is working on emotions and professional life is involved. Yes, what I want to learn and overcome.
Guys, moderators, the third speaker should have been speaking now. Please look into it.
What's it?
Not రెండిట్లో మీరు ఏదో చూస్ చేసారు
Still not working. In a way, it's actually done.
Skills
Everything that's
Moderators, I hope you guys are making notes.
Instead of meeting some
these are the students who are doing
I think that's
Guys, almost 6 minutes up. The fourth speaker should have started now. And we'll wrap up this round in the next 4 minutes, and then you have a round of takeaways. So quickly wrap up in the next 4 to 5 minutes, please.
Takeaways. Whole conclusion में takeaways.
I feel my mom is very important.
Based on the problems.
I actually use that to make my subjects a little easier and smoother, especially when I do my revisions. So that is a very important thing that I have to implement.
It's the top and you can do everything. It's not like I don't know, I cannot do everything. Something in the form of association, exchanging views. You can get a better outcome.
Conversational మీరు లేరు కదా అంటే టేక్అవే ఏంటి మీటింగ్లో
I got to meet new people. pick up their names, I do that now after I've practiced. And also learning some things about people at different stages in career.
I do not have funds to used to better. Loan of 2 crores.
I'm majoring in computer science. I'm in the first year.
Guys, 8 minutes up. I hope the fifth speaker is about to start.
Actually, a huge change. I just otherwise, I think I summarized. My teaching style, where did you
I've never been into IIT. Yeah, for better service and best.
The trend is good. Not that bad from what I understand. What is the language when you're teaching it? The second time is supposed to happen.
She actually wanted 2 months internship. She doesn't want to extend it. That's why I happened to contact
10 minutes up. Last 2 minutes for this round. You guys are done. Any group that's pretty much done or almost done or done? Last 2 minutes for this round where you're going to be sharing your experience with either of the 2 questions. Just the last 2 minutes.
Did you find them in your what time? What day or how long did you be here?
Last 1 minute, please. You guys, last 1 minute. Akshay, I know you love talking. Akshay, if you wrap up in this 1 minute.
Last week I saw the younger daughter, she attended the sessions. She was from Narayana School. Divyanshi.
Guys, 20 seconds left. Let's wrap up this round. All teams, all moderators, can you please raise your hand if your team is done? Guys, moderators, please raise your hand if your team is done. You only have 10 seconds more. So guys, either way, thank you so much. I'm not done with my session yet. 5 minutes more, be patient with me. So guys, whatever you have done, please stop.
Who is
now.
moderator here?
But, Smita, please.
Oh.
So going to the next part is only 5 minutes of the next part. I request each of you all to share only 1 or 2 lines or maximum 30 seconds of what you like most within your group for the discussion. So you might like his skill. He might have liked the way he worked on his roadblock. Any of it, whatever your takeaway was, just in 1 or 2 lines in maximum 30 seconds, if you can just share with each of you all only again. Make sense? Right? Each of you all to share 30 seconds worth of takeaway or what you like in this last 10 minutes of discussions. Please share with your group, and moderators, please make a note. The same way, please take turns. 30 seconds, the next speaker. 30 seconds, the next speaker.
Different people. I'm not relaxing. Positive discussion.
How listening is important, like that makes us a lot of help for even us, because we tend to see or consume a lot of content and we don't have the focus. And coming to Satyan, he's like he also explores different AI tools and how to make his workflow easy compared to UI UX, how he can how she can use
Guys, 2 minutes up. The last 1 minute for your takeaways. Just a quick round of takeaways. Last 1 minute.
Okay, it's time up. We need to move on.
Last 30 seconds of takeaways.
I'll pick and choose which moderator is going to go first. Unless somebody wants to go first. 30 seconds.
Guys, 30 seconds. Moderator, if you just share your takeaways from the group.
Yeah, thank you. My Harsha, Junaid, Pujit, Bharat, and Vijay. My topic, phone connect, people reconnect. ఇప్పుడు ఎవరైనా ఫోన్తో పట్టుకొని చూస్తే ఐ ఫీల్ అఫెండెడ్, అరే నాతో మాట్లాడుతున్నాడా లేదని. సో దానికి అందుకని థాట్ వాట్ వీఆర్ ఆల్ డూయింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ రోడ్ బ్లాక్ ఇన్ పర్సనల్ మీటింగ్స్. ఫోన్ కనిపించి నా ఫోన్ అఫెండింగ్ అదర్స్ హోల్డింగ్ ఫోన్ అఫెండింగ్ అస్ అన్న దగ్గర. సో వీ గాట్ ఫ్యూ థింగ్స్. విజయ్ పర్సనల్ లైఫ్లోని వాకింగ్ దగ్గర ఫోన్ లేకుండా వెళ్ళడం, ఆల్ స్టార్టింగ్ డీ అడిక్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫోన్ అండ్ కనెక్టింగ్ విత్ పీపుల్. భరత్ ఈజ్ గేమ్స్ నుంచి కొంత కట్ చేస్తున్నారు. 10 seconds కంప్లీట్ ఆల్ మెంబర్స్. అండ్ పూజిత్ ఫ్యామిలీ టైం డిన్నర్ టైంలోని అక్కడ ఫోన్ లేకుండా పెట్టడం అనేది హీ స్టార్టెడ్. అండ్ దెన్ జునైద్ స్టార్ హీ మెన్షన్డ్ అబౌట్ నో ఫోన్ మీటింగ్స్. అండ్ ఆల్సో ఎవరికైనా ఫస్ట్ ఫోన్ వస్తే మీటింగ్లో పొరపాటున వస్తే వాడికి పెనాల్టీ వేయడం. మేబీ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఆల్సో ఫోన్ ఎవరికైనా మీటింగ్ టైంలో వస్తే వాళ్ళకి ₹10 పెనాల్టీ వేస్తే దట్ విల్ బికమ్ బెటర్. ఫ్రెండ్స్ దగ్గర మొదలు పెట్టారు నో ఫోన్ అనేది, స్కూల్ కాలేజ్ మ్యాట్స్ తోటి. దట్స్ థింగ్. అండ్ ఐ డోంట్ కీప్ ఫోన్ ఆన్ ద టేబుల్ వెన్ ఐమ్ మీటింగ్ సమ్మన్. సో దట్ అసలు ఫోనే కనపడకుండా ఉండడం అనేది ఈజ్ వాట్ I've been doing for some time as it is. So phone is to connect, but there is a need for people to reconnect. That's the topic for us, roadblock movement. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for personally telling the names and all the roadblocks and how you faced it. Thank you so much for that. Next group, guys, sharing. Anybody the first question? Just a quick round of takeaways. Even 2-3 lines is fine. Come on. You can just summarize your group's discussion. That's it.
The only thing, we have a cross-section, doctor, surgeon, flexible surgeon, who I am student. Yeah. And all of them are very fresh, out-of-the-box ideas. Okay. And we are still discussing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramaru. Next moderator, please.
So, as our group, we don't just have a topic with us, but we have discussed our points. So, like, he wants to improve his, technical skills. He wants to improve his leadership skills. Me also want to improve my communication skills. He's from Sri Lanka and coming from abroad here. Talking to them, we have learned and we have gained the experience, and we will continue that.
Thank you so much.
So, hello everyone, I'm Sheesh, and it was a very fruitful discussion. I would say that we got new friends here from Kalam Dream Labs, and like it's a kind of incubator, and they also working on different fields related to entrepreneurship and other things. So we have Likita here. She recently learned prompt engineering and networking also, and from her we also learned that to be part of BNI, it's not necessary that you are an entrepreneur. Just as a for attending the sessions also, you can go there. And again, Mamata is into prompt engineering and coding, backend and front end both. And Sagar we have here. Sagar is into geopolitics, and he has 5 years experience in teaching as well. So, and Rishi is working as an intern in AHUB. So we can say that we got to learn a lot about other experiences. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Hello sir, thanks for this opportunity. And I am Vamsi, I am from Kalam Dream Labs. This is a very good opportunity for me to interact with all the people. And I also met my sub-junior here. I don't know her.
Oh, nice.
And his name is... sorry, the first time I met a very... it's like a very open-minded people, everyone. So some might be interested in swimming classes because they are very interested in that. Some are very, they want to express their feelings so much, express their talkative skills, improve their talkative skills, and some might be in cloud development, some in AI/ML, some in image processing. So it's very fruitful discussion for me. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you so much.
Hi. It was very interesting. We gone with the how they overcame their recent roadblocks, where he has converting his startup from B2C to B2B, and whereas me, I completed my MBA, I am going to join a company. That's my, and as a video editor, how we create a new way of video resume, and Ravi sir shared the experience of how we overcame the funding issue. So it was very nice to share their insights.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Hello all, I'm Avira. So our team is mostly enthusiastic, and we are so much like-minded people in this group, because all of our majority discussion was on AI, ML and the next technology, but different ages of experience we all have. So Srajan is working on how he can automate his workflow with AI on UI UX designing, and Priya is also learning more about how she can develop and implement AI in her day-to-day life. And we have Satyanarayana sir, and he shared his experience of how listening is important in everywhere, wherever we go. And we also have Raju sir. Raju sir is he shared his 39 years of experience in a nutshell with us, how different experiences of tech he had, and how AI is going to be the next big thing where he can do 10-20x of work within very short span of time. And Pranav also he started how to develop into Flutter and how we can make different kind of applications. So we started to learn such kind of skills. So that is our group in a nutshell.
Thank you so much. The group that's been writing the most, I'm really excited to see what they're going to say.
Hi everyone. So basically this is called, I myself called it as Inner Circle because that's what I do with the college students already. So I'll quickly share about what our team discussion is about. So the first person is Saina.